are joined by Wentzel, who's the CEO of Sabric. Thanks very much for your time, Andre. We do appreciate it.
Good day.
Let's maybe start off with speaking about what is authorized push payment fraud and how big of a problem it is here in South Africa.
In very simplistic terms, criminals, they target the actual consumers, the clients, in authorized push payment and not the bank. So it's not hacking of bank systems or stealing the money directly from banks. Clients are targeted through social engineering and all sorts of other techniques to divulge their banking details or payment information, their personal information, or to actually do transactions themselves. That is what is referred as authorized push payment.
And how big of a problem is it here in South Africa?
It is the biggest problem currently in fraud in the banking industry. It has overtaken card fraud tremendously, and we unfortunately see that trend continuing and increasing in 2025.
What's being done to stop it or deal with it, would you say?
Collaboration, I think, is the key here. So in the first instance, the industry is getting together. We have started with an anti-scam center within Sabric, where we bringing together banks and Pay Inc., who sits on the payment rails, to address these frauds quickly as they happen. And then all sorts of other initiatives around that. Together with that is, of course, awareness creation. It is very difficult for banks to see that it is a fraud that has been committed because the clients are actually doing these transactions themselves or give the information to criminals to do the transactions. So it is only when it is unusual, suspicious, that transactions are flagged, clients are phoned, and then we find out that these are frauds. Mm-hmm. So to close that gap is awareness creation and training of the consumers paramount, and there are lots of initiatives going on. The silly season is happening now, Christmas is coming, and part of our awareness drives are around that to educate consumers better.
So a Sabric report shows that digital banking fraud has reached record highs in 2024, an 86% surge. What do you believe is driving the sharp increase, would you say?
It is exactly this issue around authorized push payment fraud and through your banking apps as well as other internet devices. And then the fact that the consumers are now so much targeted by the criminals.
Are we able to manage and handle it though, would you say?
We cannot expect to see a different result if we keep on doing the same things, not us nor the consumers. So the initiatives that I spoke about, for instance, the scam center work that we are doing, the banks also improving their detection techniques and applying artificial intelligence and other methods. We are hoping to improve the way that we quicker can determine that these are frauds and preserve the funds. That is the big thing, is to preserve the funds.
And collaboration. I know you touched on it just now.
Collaboration is the key, and we are working together with other industries, for instance, the telco industries, cryptocurrencies, internet gambling industries, because that's typically where money ends at the end of the day, in wallets and so on. So we're working with them in various initiatives and projects to improve the way that we address these matters.
And then just perhaps in closing, despite the grim statistics and the worrying trends and concerns, what do you think the future looks like, especially when it comes to digital banking crime in South Africa? Hopefully we can eradicate it, but what do you think it's going to look like?
Unfortunately, the statistics does not show an improvement yet. Oh, no. And we believe the trend is continuing in this year. But with the initiatives that collectively we are now doing, and with our regulators in support and also actually taking control of some of these initiatives, we believe that we will find better ways of dealing with it, and then educating our consumers. If they all will learn to stop, think, like in Britain, they say stop, think, and question. And I think that's really what needs to happen here when somebody asks you to do a transaction.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time, Andrea. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Great.